Nehemiah 12. These are the priests and Levites who went up with Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and with Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Maluk, Hattush, Shechaniah, Rahum, Meremoth, Iddo, Ginothoi, Abijah, Mishamin, Mediah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, Jolarib, Jediah, Salu, Amok, Hilkiah, Jediah. These were the heads of the priests and their relatives of the days of Jeshua, the Levites: Jeshua, Benui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mananiah. He and his relatives were in charge of the songs of praise. Bakbukiah, Uni, and their relatives stood opposite from them in the services. Jeshua fathered Joachim. Joachim fathered Eliashib. Eliashib fathered Joiada. Joiada fathered Jonathan, and Jonathan fathered Jaddua. In the days of Jehoiakim, the heads of the priestly families were Moriah of Sariah, Hananiah of Jeremiah, Meshullam of Ezra, Jehohanan of Amariah, Jonathan of Malukai, Joseph of Shebaniah, Adnah of Harim, Hilkiah of Merioth, Zechariah of Iddo, Meshullam of Ginnethon, Zikri of Abijah, Piltai of Modiah, of Miniaman, Shamua of Bilgah, Jehonathan of Shemaiah, Mattanai of Joarib, Uzi of Jediah, Kalai of Salai, Eber of Amok, Hashabiah of Hilkiah, and Nethanel of Jediah. In the days of Eliashib, Joiada, Johanan, and Jaddua, the heads of the families of the Levites and the priests, were recorded while Darius the Persian ruled. Levi's descendants, the family heads, were recorded in the book of the historical events during the days of Johanan, son of Eliashib. The heads of the Levites, Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua, son of Kadmiel, along with their relatives opposite them, gave praise and thanks, division by division, as David, the man of God, had prescribed. This included Mattaniah, Bakbukiah, and Obadiah, Meshullam, Talmon, and Akbud, who were gatekeepers, who guarded the storerooms at the city gates. These served in the days of Joachim, son of Jeshua, son of Jozadak, in the days of Nehemiah, and the governor and Ezra the priest and scribe. At the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem, they sent for the Levites wherever they lived, and brought them to Jerusalem to celebrate the joyous dedication with thanksgiving and singing, accompanied by cymbals, harps, and lyres. The singers gathered from the region around Jerusalem, from the settlements of the Netophathites, from Beth Gilgal, and from the fields of Geba and Azmaveth, for they had built settlements for themselves around Jerusalem. After the priests and Levites had purified themselves, they purified the people, the city gates, and the wall. Then I brought the leaders of Judah up on top of the wall, and I appointed 2 large processions that gave thanks. One went to the right on the wall toward the dung gate. Hoshea and half the leaders of Judah followed, along with Azariah, Ezra, Meshullam, Judah, Benjamin, Shemaiah, Jeremiah, and some of the priests' sons with trumpets, and Zechariah, son of Jonathan, son of Shemaiah, son of Mattaniah, son of Micaiah, son of Zakur, son of Asaph, followed, as well as his relatives, Shemaiah, Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Mai, Nethanel, Judah, and Hanani, with the musical instruments of David, the man of God. Ezra, the scribe, went in front of them at the foundation gate. They climbed the steps of the city of David on the ascent of the wall, and went above the house of David to the water gate on the east. The second Thanksgiving procession went to the left, and I followed with the half people along the wall, past the tower of the ovens to the broad wall above the Ephraim gate, and by the old gate, the fish gate, the tower of Hananel, and the tower of the 100 to the sheep gate. They stopped at the gate of the guard. The 2 Thanksgiving processions stood in the house of God. So did I, and half of the officials accompanying me, as well as the priests: Eliakim, Messiah, Miniamin, Micaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hananiah, with trumpets, and Maaseiah, Shemaiah, Eliezer, Uzi, Jehohanan, Malchijah, Elam, and Ezer. Then the singers sang with Jezraniah as the leader. On that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced because God had given them great joy. The women and children also celebrated, and Jerusalem's rejoicing was heard far away. On that same day, men were placed in charge of the rooms that housed the supplies, contributions, firstfruits, and tents. The legally required portion for the priests and Levites were gathered from the village fields, because Judah was grateful to the priests and Levites who were serving. They performed the service of their God and the service of purification, along with the singers and gatekeepers, as David and his son Solomon had prescribed. For long ago, in the days of David and Asaph, there were heads of the singers and songs of praise and thanksgiving to God. So in the days of Zerubbabel and Nehemiah, all Israel contributed the daily portions for the singers and gatekeepers. They also set aside daily portions for the Levites, and the Levites set aside daily portions for Aaron's descendants.